Before we get started with today's interview, just a quick reminder, click the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and ding the bell so that you don't miss any of the great interviews that we have coming up. Now, on to today's interview. Welcome back. Today I have a really special guest with me. I am so excited to have a little bit of time today with Martha Hill Duncan. Martha, welcome, and thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks, Sam. Great to see you.
I want to talk a little bit about some of your pieces on the new Federation Festivals Bulletin at this time. And starting off with your piece, How High Can You Go? I love the fact that there is a pre-reading piece on the list. It's a really helpful thing because we will all have students that we started in fall, and we're hoping by spring that we can get that student prepared to play at Federation Festival. And this is such a great option. There's a lot of really fun sounds in How High Can You Go? Talk to us a little bit about how you went about constructing this piece and what some of the educational goals are for a young student who's playing this piece.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So as all piano teachers start out, they're teaching the 2 black keys and the 3 black keys. And, at least I have 3 little 6-year-olds I'm teaching. I've just started, right now, and I'm having so much fun with them. And so it's all about those 3 blacks and those 2 blacks, but you want the rhythm, the back and forth is, and the crossover. It's coming back to me now. What's so fun to me is the lack of notation and just seeing it as a visual rise up the page. And I wrote this whole set with young players in mind. I was doing a composers and kids things out west. And the woman, Tinley Dick, who was helping me get ready for it, she says, we have so much of your music. All the kids have something to play for you of yours, but we don't have any beginner pieces. And she said, we need pieces for students who start in September and who are going to play for you at the end of October. And so that's how that book came along. And thinking that way is so much fun because I think when we're teaching little ones, we forget that they have to feel like they're doing something cool. It can't be just, what they can visually do. So there's a lot of rote in that book, getting them started. So they feel like when they get up to play at the recital, that they are just as important and just as musical as somebody who's been studying for many, many years.
That is excellent. How do you go about teaching the staccatos that are in this book to a person who's a beginner at the piano?
Well, for me, I like to think of, I know we think of dropping from, the arm that we drop. But for me, I think of the staccato as actually coming up from the bottom. To me, that seems a lot more control. And then the little guys can actually be on the key before they actually have to make something happen. Sometimes the dropping, just that arm drop, we're not as accurate. So I probably teach my kids to get into the key and then feel it from the bottom of the key bed, if you know what I mean. So it's more accurate. And the other thing I'll just say when I'm thinking about that piece is that when I'm working with students and they're doing any kind of crossover, I really am, trying to get them to move from here, to be in front of the keys. So even the little person, it's like they have to get their whole body in front of that crossover rather than just crossing over with the arms. And that's another wonderful thing for the little players or the new players is that they're getting a whole keyboard experience rather than just that little, shared spot at the front.
That's a great tip. Martha Hill Duncan, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today. I really appreciate all of the wisdom, all of the insights you've shared into your awesome compositions, and I know many students throughout the entire United States are going to really enjoy playing your pieces at their Federation Festivals this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sam.